Hello, good people. Please, guys, hope that you're not losing money in the process of betting, and hope you're trying by all means to make money, guys. Things are rough outside, things are tough, economy is tumbling. So yeah, at least with this betting thing, guys, you can make money. I promise you, you can make money. There's a possibility that you can make a lot of money. You can ask people like Shellers, Prashellers, I'm sure wherever he is, he can vouch for me that you can make money in this game. But nevertheless, guys, when you make money and invest in something reliable. I always advise people that if you make big monies, make money and invest in property, farming, whatever you can put your hands on, guys. Please, so that you can make enough income. You can make ongoing income. But nevertheless, today I want to show you something. Not show you something, but I want to sort of answer some questions. Not some questions, but give a feedback on your feedback. Yeah, it is what it is. So last week I posted a video about the first half markets, like the importance of those markets, and I've said one or two things that, look, it's about a fast relief. You want to be relieved very quickly. That's why you have to go for those. And those markets are good because they happen quickly, and they have advantage over the other markets, mostly the full-time markets, which is 90 minutes. So, and I think I got a response. I've got a feed from Sidwell. Sidwell said I must look into one market that he thinks it's a killer market. And I agree, that's a killer market. And I will make an example with this team, Adelaide, Pesitau's team. Okay, this is the market. Firstly, I'll have to explain to those who don't understand the market. For those who don't know, what does the market mean? Sidwell was talking about this. This is a market, same market, but now this, of which I said this. I like to bet safe, guys. Betting safe is good. Always go with the safe bets, because one market, first half multi-goal, is broad. You see, it's broad, but choose the safest one. Choose the safest option. Now, what does this market mean? This market simply means that first only you focus on the first half. The first half, there must be at least a goal. Doesn't matter who score it. That's what I said. When I say these words, I always remember what I said before. Doesn't matter who scored the goals. Doesn't matter which team. Always go with those markets. That's what I said before. So, it doesn't matter who score. It doesn't matter who wins the first half. As long as the goals are within that range, 1 to 3, you are good to go. That's what simply the market means. So just to make a few emphasis, as I remember these words that I always say in most videos, that bet markets that don't rely on one team. You don't have to rely on one team. Don't say home team will win. Now, if the home team didn't win, you are screwed. When you bet markets such as multi-goals, goals, you don't care who scored those goals. You don't care. You really don't care how or who scored those goals. You don't care who wins the match. So I always say that for those people who like to bet their teams that they are favoring. You can't favor Barcelona and bet for Barcelona. You will be screwed, because you're using favoritism there. So rather use that and bet these markets. So I made an example with this market, because when you're going for a market, you must also try it out. You must give it a run. Give it a trial run. Don't just say the market is good. Go to the teams, do your research, give it a trial run, and just try it with little money, guys. Again, don't use big cash. Try with a mere 5 rand, for instance, and bet safe. And keep your legs to the minimum. Now, I made an example here. This was an example. As you can see, whatever I'm saying, I'm implementing it there. You see, I didn't go big there. I was going to put at least 20 rand there, but I said, look, it doesn't matter, because I'm trying this market, What's the use of going for big monies when you're still trying the market, when you're giving the market a trial run? You know what I mean? I tried the market, and this was it. It was a loss, yeah, it was a loss. It will happen even if you did good analysis, guys. Good analysis is good, yeah, but you will lose sometimes, Doesn't mean that it was bad analysis. Teams do lose, Teams do disappoint. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, yeah, I did my analysis from Russia, France, Estonia. Boom. When I went to Sweden, Hammarstad, BK lost. They didn't, yeah, they lost according to this market, but they won that match 1-0, you know, because I did check. I'm like, okay, this team has an upper hand. And one thing, guys, when I bet this market, this is what I do. I like to choose matches whereby at least one team has more upper hand than the other. How will you see that? You will normally check the odds, even though I say the odds is, you know, sort of deceiving sometimes. But sometimes you can see the odds and you can see the previous matches and you can see the record between these two teams that, it's basically like saying Man City versus Watford. I mean, what is Watford to Man City? But even though Watford is a weak team, that means Man City has an upper hand. But still, when it comes to goals, this market, there's a high chance that they won't score more than 3 goals, Man City, because you're expecting Man City to score, right? You're not expecting Watford. So that team has an upper hand. So if you choose such matches, you have high chance of winning this market. That's my advice to you. Take matches whereby one team has an upper hand, like big upper hand than the other, you know? Don't take matches whereby you're like, oh, this match is tough, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's one advice that I will give you. So what happened here, it was something else. I did analyze this team, check previous matches. I saw the 0-0 draw, you know. I'm like, okay, but what I'm focusing is on the matches whereby this team won and whereby this team had had goals in that match. And then I was convinced, but nevertheless it was a loss. Another thing, guys, let me quickly talk about the odds. You see there, the second leg, Dijon versus Engers. Engers had an upper hand, a big upper hand, even though the match ended 1-0. But it was good to go. People, when they see the odds, you see the odds are deceiving, guys. As I've said, that this market has odds ranging from 0.35 to 0.4. You know what I mean? 0.35 to 0.4. But when you see 0.65, people are like, no, this team will lose. This market is not going to go through because of the odds. Do your analysis, guys. Look at, for instance, how come this market wins and this one with lower odds lose? It means analysis. So always analyze, guys. By the way, it was a 10-leg match, and this was the, this was the last 5. As you can see, the last 5. And it was 2 matches that lost. Question is, how did Celtic Glasgow lost? Because they had an upper hand. If anyone knows Scottish Premier League, I know this league. I always analyze this league. Celtic Glasgow these are the big guns. In the past 5 seasons, they won the league. And they can win. This team, I know, it's a team that can win about 35 or 34 matches out of 38 in a season. They can go a season without losing. That means this team has an upper hand against Dante United. But this is what happened. So this also shows that you will lose sometimes, guys. Don't lose hope, but sometimes you will lose. Look at the odds. Just look at the odds. The odds were just showing that this team has an upper hand, even though I say the odds are deceiving sometimes. But they tell you something, but always analyze. But the odds, they were telling me that, look, this team has an upper hand, this one. Celtic Glasgow, even Hollywood knows. But still, I lost. I don't know how, but I lost. You know what I mean? It just happened. That's what happens with first half markets. I like them. They are good, as I have said in the previous video, guys, that they have an advantage than the others, but still, you can still lose, guys. Don't discard the fact that you can still lose. But point is, you get early relief, but yeah, you can still lose, guys. It is what it is. So I hope now Sidwell will be happy that I have had a look in this market and find that this market is good, and yeah, it's a killer. But now, advice again, when you're betting this market, this is what I did. I went to one of the site, I think it's windrawwin.com, something like that. There you get to see, you get to filter, you put a filter and then check teams that are, teams that have a high scoring record in the first half, or rather conceding, when they are playing any team, there's always a high chance that there will be over 0.5 goals in the first half. See those teams, you bet those teams. You check, when you're checking your stats, just go for matches whereby teams will always concede or score, basically over 0.5 matches. Those matches, then you are good to go. If you can bet a match whereby 0.5 market will happen, then this market is a good one. Because if 0.5 market happened, over 0.5 happened, first half, first half over 0.5 happens, then this one also happens. You know what I mean? Because I mean, what are the chances that a team will you'll find more than 3 goals in the first half? It happens when it's always goals galore, it's raining goals. But trust me, this market is good. It hardly happens you hardly find whereby you get more than 3 goals, or you get 0-0, you know, especially in a match whereby you've analyzed. So yeah, that's what I can say, guys. That's my advice to you when you bet this market. First advice, take teams that has an upper hand. Take matches whereby one team has an upper hand. Second one, take matches whereby over 0.5 market is possible. First half, of course. Once you take those, trust me, your chances, even matches whereby over over 3.5, or rather over 2.5 is possible, because it means that there will be goals in that match. Ne? If there will be goals, it means that some of the goals can be on the half time. You know what I mean? So those are the advices when you check this market, guys. And there are also leagues that are suitable for this. There's leagues that are suitable for this, but for now, just take my advice and try this market out, and tell me more what you think. Yeah, just tell me more. Give me more feedback on the market. And if you feel like I must go an extra mile and check for you those leagues, I'll try those leagues, or rather those teams. I think those teams, you know, and I'll show you those teams. And for those who said, I think there was another feat that I must also have a look on basics. Some people are new to Hollywood, so they struggle with the platform. I think can't remember who said that. I think it was Bocamos or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm in the process of doing that, but the video is just, you know, it's just too long, and I don't like long videos, but nevertheless, I will try. So guys, tell me what you think. You know what to do.